Let It Die is the first and, as far as I'm aware of, only attempt to create a free-to-play third-person roguelite souls-like. And unfortunately it's far from successful. I admit I liked it quite a bit at first, but soon became frustrated by its intrusive and overwhelming free-to-play mechanic. The premise of Let It Die is incredibly simple. In traditional roguelike fashion, you are fighting through 50 floors of an enormous skyscraper known as the Tower of Barbs, facing a host of different enemies and bosses until, inevitably, you succumb to your wounds and have to start all over again. Unless you want to spend a small amount of premium currency to revive? That's Let It Die in a nutshell to me. You can level up your avatar just like in any Souls-like, but only a certain amount before having to shell out premium currency to do so more. Accessories and gear can be bought or crafted through traditional means, or by tipping the pole dancing mushroom-headed vendors in real cash. And finally, you can return to floors of the skyscraper you've already been to, either by paying a small fee to use the crappy service elevator, or by subscribing to the VIP plan to ride in style. It's a pity the free-to-play aspect is a bit too present, as underneath it all is a weird, futuristic universe, not quite like anything I've seen before. The different items you can find, for example, are delightfully bizarre, from the mushrooms you can cook or throw, to the frogs, rats and snails you can stomp on or chomp on. The bosses are fun too, especially the first one, a cross between a redneck and a locomotive. Yes, you heard me correctly. Who forces you to navigate a trap-laden train to reach his nail-adorned head. What's less fun is running into haters, ghosts of other players, that can appear randomly. Even worse, when playing Let It Die in 2025, you'll soon realise most of these are premium VIPs, equipped with the best armour and weapons money can buy, ready to one-shot you into oblivion. The combat is serviceable at best. There's the typical stamina management to deal with here, along with blocking, dodging and rolling. But it all comes across as rather sluggish, as if you're fighting underwater. In fact, because the attack animations are slightly faster than the defensive ones, the best tactic is often to avoid defending altogether and charge into the fray while hammering on the attack button. I eventually managed to get to the 50th floor using only the limited amount of premium currency earned from daily logins and seasonal events, so it's definitely possible to do so. It was a grind though, and unlike other roguelikes, the combat and environments just aren't good enough to make that grind enjoyable. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that when you do eventually get to the final floor, you discover you haven't really reached the end of the game and that there are more floors to go. That's when I decided to put the game down, because despite some zany ideas, there's just too much repetitiveness and clunk that no amount of premium currency can save. I was surprised to learn a sequel will be releasing in December of this year, and I really hope the developers will manage to improve on the combat and level design without losing its weird undertones. As it stands, Let It Die isn't worth your time or investment, and I will be placing it on the D tier. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.